I'm always on the lookout for versions of A Christmas Carol that I haven't seen, and given my great love of animation, I'm always particularly excited when I come across a new animated version of the story. And I hadn't seen the 1994 version, so I thought I'd give this a watch, and honestly, it's not amazing. It's not terrible. The story is pretty consistent, it's pretty accurate to Dickens's tale, and the characters are all very recognizable and things, but I feel like it tried to be a musical, but there wasn't enough music in it or enough songs in it to be a musical version. And the songs that were in it were not that engaging. And I feel like the animation is aimed at children, but the songs would not appeal very well to younger children. That's not to say all animations are aimed at children, but you get animations that are great for the family. You get some that are much more aimed at younger children, where the vocabulary is a bit more simple or the characters enunciate a little more. That's often a sign that something is better for younger children, when the characters are being a bit more careful with their pronunciations and things. And this is definitely the vibes I got here, but the music wasn't great. It's not that the music itself was bad, but it felt out of place. There wasn't enough of it for it to feel like a musical. But if a young child has never seen A Christmas Carol, I feel like this is a reasonable introduction. It's not too scary. The ghost of Christmas yet to come, or the spirit of Christmas yet to come, is always going to be a little bit terrifying. It definitely has an element of atmosphere and mystery to it, but it's not one of those cartoons that I think will traumatize a child, which is great for the child, but for me watching it as an adult, it means it's not that engaging. As a character, Scrooge was, very true to the character of Scrooge. She's voiced by Garry, and I feel like the characterization there was exactly as it needed to be. Credit where credit is due. The spirits were not that interesting as characters in this one. I felt like they almost had a back seat. Not exactly, they are obviously important in their scenes, but they just didn't feel as well represented as I've seen them done before. And it's well edited, going back and forth between obviously present day and then Christmas past, Christmas present yet to come. I feel like everything's edited together very well. The story flows in a way that's really pleasing, no problems there. The animation style, however, is not to my taste. Now, that's not a fault of the film, absolutely nothing to do with the quality of the animation. It's just one more reason why I didn't love this, because the animation style is not to my personal taste. But if it is to yours, if it's your kind of animation style, fantastic. Maybe you'll really thoroughly enjoy watching it. But for me, I didn't hate the film. I didn't mind watching it. I still enjoyed the story of A Christmas Carol. But it's definitely not as atmospheric as a lot of versions. I feel like it wasn't weighted as well as some other versions, and the music was just unnecessary, and I don't think should have been in there, because it's not enough for it to be a musical story of A Christmas Carol, but it's enough that we can't ignore it and overlook it. So I don't know, I feel like that was not the best decision. But generally, if like me, you're always on the lookout for A Christmas Carols, I've never pluralized that title before, but if you're on the lookout for versions of A Christmas Carol, give it a watch. It's not, it's not unwatchable, but it definitely wouldn't be the first animated version I'd recommend.